I will first go to the distinguished gentleman, Mr. Nfume, for any questions, and his 5 minutes. Gentleman's recognized.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Without objection, I'm going to yield out of order to Mr. Frost. Thank him also for developing the opening statement, and yield back to you right now.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The U.S. Postal Service Investigation Service has reportedly joined an investigative task force to help the President, Stephen Miller, and Kristi Noem's Department of Homeland Security carry out mass deportation efforts against immigrants. In April, USPIS officers reportedly participated in an immigration raid where more than 100 immigrants were detained in a Colorado nightclub. Only 2 of the people arrested had outstanding warrants. I strongly believe that the Postal Service should not divert USPIS officers to partner with the administration on this work that they're doing. My Democratic colleagues and I on this committee recently sent a letter to both the Postal Service and USPIS demanding transparency on the reported coordination with DHS as it targets people for detention and deportation. We haven't heard back, so hoping to have some questions answered here. Inspector Donahue, how often does the inspection service cooperate with DHS on investigations involving immigration enforcement?
So thank you for the question. First, let me clarify, the Postal Inspection Service does not have immigration enforcement authority, and we do not conduct immigration investigations. And I just want to make that very clear.
You don't conduct investigations, but do you at some points divert personnel to help with some of that operation?
We do not divert personnel. Any participation in any sort of enforcement operation, such as the one that you noted in April, that would be related to a postal crime. So while there may be an immigration operation, our participation, again, related to a postal crime. So for example, somebody mailing drugs, fentanyl through the mail, somebody committing identity theft, somebody engaging in money laundering. That would be the extent of our presence at one of those operations.
Are you familiar with that exact situation? What was the postal crime associated that warranted the officers being there?
I believe in that specific circumstance, it was a narcotics-related matter.
Are there standing meetings between leadership at USPIS and DHS regarding immigration enforcement?
So I'm not familiar with any meetings between leadership and DHS on immigration enforcement. We certainly have met with DHS and FBI and other counterparts relative to the Homeland Security task forces, but we regularly participate in those types of task forces, again, specific to postal-related crime. So those involving the sending of drugs to the mail, the money laundering, those targeting cartels, those engaged in human trafficking where the mail may be used to facilitate that, again, such as with money laundering. That would be our extent of participation in those task forces. Again, not related to immigration enforcement.
How many USPIS personnel have been assigned to such cases thus far?
Can you provide some clarity to me when you say
cases where DHS is involved because there's an immigration matter, but there was also some sort of postal issue going on as well?
So I'm not sure at this time, but my team behind me can take that question back and we'll provide a written response.
Thank you. Are there any ongoing agreements that oblige y'all to cooperate with any of this?
I'm not aware of any agreements that are in place that would oblige us to cooperate if you're speaking relative to any sort of immigration matter.
What happens to inspectors' regular work of combating mail crime if they're assigned to cases that have to do with immigration enforcement?
So I'm not aware of us, again, working any of those cases. We do not have immigration enforcement authority. We do not conduct immigration investigations. Our investigations, again, are focused on those postal crimes. That's where our expertise is, and I expect that is where it will continue to be long into the future.
We've seen reports of DHS and ICE that they've reportedly broken the law, violated constitutional rights of citizens, non-citizens, detained veterans, different things like this. As it relates to cases where USPIS officers are engaged with DHS, is there any kind of guidance that you all are giving your inspectors when it comes to working with DHS?
So our guidance would be our existing policies that we follow, that the Postal Inspection Service has, that guides the work that we do, in addition to following the law and the Constitution, and what we do every single day with investigations that we conduct, regardless of who those investigations are, whether at the federal, state, or local level.
Thank you so much, and look forward to the response on some of the numbers we spoke about. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.